Alright, so this video is from Nick Crowley. I find vanishing stories interesting. Not that I'm saying it's a good thing, but I find them very interesting of how someone could just vanish without a trace. And to accompany today, I got my fucking banana smoothie with some peanut butter. That shit's amazing. Well, let's get into it. And let's not try to get terrified.
Hi, baby. How are you? It's me, Talika, your munchkin.
November 6th, 2013, a video was uploaded to an obscure YouTube channel called Sandra3000KC. Its creator, 30-year-old Talika Patrick.
It's Talika.
Its purpose, to send a heartfelt message to her lover.
I got dressed up for you.
So, she made a YouTube account to send messages to her lover. I'm sorry, but because she just had called the dude or woman, I'm not sure what she's into, but we're gonna get into it. Or a deeper dive. I'm sorry I stopped there.
And I bought flowers. Look. Flowers.
A message that would go unreceived, however, with the only viewership coming from Talika herself. November 10th, 2013. Just 4 days after posting her first heartfelt video, Talika uploads what would become her final video.
If you were here, this is what it would be your plate.
Again dedicating it to her love, and again going completely unnoticed, falling into the void that is YouTube, and settling into the endless depths of the site, presumably never to be seen again. Or at least that's how it should have gone. In reality, these videos would eventually be put on display for the whole world to see, as nearly a month following her very first upload, Talika Patrick would disappear, leaving behind a minute trail of clues, the most prominent of which coming from her previously unknown channel, as it would quickly be discovered that things within these videos were nothing like how they seemed, giving rise to what would quickly become one of the strangest internet mysteries of all time.
This just gets strange.
Alright, first off, I want to start off. Those videos, well, from what I'm seeing, those videos look very creepy, and not because of the music in the background, but usually some people, hey, hi, and it's like showing the happy display. I always feel like people are just doing that for the camera. So, like, sometimes it may be genuine, but I don't know, I always feel like that's a fake persona that people give to make it feel like life is all good and okay. Well, most of the time, life is pretty hard as fuck.
And stranger.
The very strange new wrinkle in the case of that missing doctor in Michigan, Talika Patrick.
Just imagine that you were here with me, even though I know that you're not.
Okay, I'm not sure if he's making the video seem much more creepier by all the edits and stuff, but right now I'm so invested. I love scary shit. I remember as a kid I used to love scary shit so much, like horror stuff. But I used to be scared of it. Like, dark and shit used to frighten me, like, at times. But I used to love that shit. I don't know why. It was just, I don't know, it was a sickness. But chapter 1, the disappearance.
December 5th, 2013. Talika Patrick spends her day at the Borges Medical Center in downtown Kalamazoo, working there as a first-year medical resident. The young doctor was described as being incredibly bright by her colleagues, with an extremely promising future ahead, and to those who knew her, she was a fun-loving and just overall great person to be around. However, for whatever reason on this particular day, Talika's personality seemed different. Upon her shift coming to an end, Talika would ask a coworker for a ride to the Radisson, a hotel located just a few miles away. Her request seemed strangely frantic, almost pushy, and sensing that something may be wrong, the coworker agreed to take her there, dropping her off at the entrance before driving away. From there, cameras show as Talika attempts to rent a room, only to be turned away as she didn't have enough money or a proper ID, with the young woman having left her wallet back at her job. During this conversation, the employees at the front desk noticed that Talika appeared on edge and slightly incoherent, prompting a receptionist to ask if she was okay. But Talika brushed aside the concern and eventually left the hotel. Outside, Talika entered the hotel's complimentary shuttle, asking the driver to drop her back off at the Borges so she could retrieve her wallet, return, and then pay for her room. But when the driver eventually pulled into the parking lot of the hospital, Talika nervously turned to him and said, "I can't go back there with you," before rushing off, ducking her head between parked vehicles as if she was attempting to hide from someone. The driver then watched as she got into her car and pulled off into the night. He would be the last known person to ever speak to her. On the road, Talika began driving frantically at extremely high speeds, weaving in and out of traffic, displaying signs that again seemed to indicate that she was potentially being followed, and that she was trying to evade someone or something. Her driving became so erratic that a concerned motorist would call the police and report her vehicle. But before the authorities could arrive, Talika's front left tire on her 1997 Lexus would burst, forcing the car off the road before it came to a stop in the dead of the night, stranding her 100 miles away from her home.
Holy shit, bro. Bro, we're not even that far in, bro. This shit already starting sketchy, bro. For someone not to be in the right head of space and their tire pops far away from home, and there's no way that they're going to be able to change that. Well, I'm guessing she doesn't know how to change it. And since she is in that incognito phase, like she don't want to speak to anyone, how is she going to get help? This shit is good so far, and I'm not even that deep in.
Talika then grabbed the keys from her ignition,
Pause,
exited the vehicle, and was never seen again.
911 is the exact location of your emergency. Just turn it now.
It's on I-94, the westbound lane. There's a car off the road down to the ditch.
Within minutes, police officers would discover her car parked alongside a ditch, and upon searching the vehicle, all they would find were her personal belongings like her wallet, cash, and a cell phone, but no sign of Talika herself. Authorities would go on to search the entire area for miles around, including the shores of a nearby lake, but found nothing. And with no sign of the young doctor, Talika Patrick was officially declared missing on the 6th of December. Leading up to her disappearance, everyone who came into contact with Talika that night all shared a similar story. Something was clearly off with her. She seemed nervous, even terrified, prompting some to immediately conclude that foul play was involved, and that perhaps she had somehow been hunted down. To address this theory, police dogs would be brought in to track her scent trail, which bizarrely led them from her open car door directly to the side of the road before coming to an abrupt stop, seemingly insinuating that someone had picked her up, willingly or unwillingly. Adding to the suspicious nature of her disappearance, the night prior, Talika had called a friend of hers named James Davis, who was living in St. Louis at the time, and explained to him that she believed someone was trying to kill her, and that she needed to get away from Kalamazoo to go visit him. And it's believed that she was driving to St. Louis to meet Davis immediately before she vanished, perhaps confirming that her concerns were in fact warranted. Given the nature of her vanishing, the story of Talika Patrick immediately became a viral news story, with a search effort quickly being launched to determine what had happened to her. But early on, this would yield little to no results, as much like the air on that winter night, her trail grew deathly cold.
Okay. So, I've seen a lot of disappearance videos, and every time the person who disappears, they usually start acting some type of way, like they're being followed. So I don't know if hitmen are being sent after these people, and like this is what's happening, or it's a sickness. And I don't want to say sickness because I feel like if someone who's going through some type of phase like this really does need help, I'm not gonna call it a sickness, but well, you could call it sickness. I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, some type of sickness, because that's not normal. But it's always someone feels like they're getting followed like crazy. But I don't. Do we not see the correlation here, or am I just tripping? Maybe I'm just high as fuck. Well, I'm not.
However, on the internet, a new trail was forming.
Hi, love, it's me.
Frustrated by the lack of answers in person, investigators started digging into the online history of Talika Patrick, which led them to their most important discovery yet, her YouTube channel. Going by the name of Sandra 3000 Casey, Talika would publish a series of 9 videos within the span of 1 week in early November 2013, with one of the most infamous being a clip titled My Awesome Day, where she sits in front of her camera and addresses someone she refers to as Baby.
Hi, baby. Good night. It's Talika. I am just coming to you to say hi and just to tell you about my day.
The video
and am I, is it wrong to feel like some type of way? I don't know. I always feel weirded out when I'm watching a video of someone who either passed away or vanished or like left no trace. And it's like to see the old shit. I don't know, but I always get that strange little feeling, like the shivers. There's something about it just weird. It's like this person might no longer be on the earth, and it's like I'm just viewing how they used to be before they passed. And sometimes that shit made me uncomfortable. But I like being uncomfortable. It makes you stronger.
Certainly wasn't without its strange moments, as at one point she stops and touches her chest before saying,
Baby, I felt that.
while also going on to randomly burst out into song, which seems to last the majority of the video.
And now I'm home, finally. Yes. Put it up a little bit of fight, it's alright.
And these somewhat unusual moments continue from here, as each of her 9 uploads follow this same exact format, serving as almost unscripted love letters to this unnamed man. In various clips, Talika even alludes to the potential relationship troubles between the two, referencing how she didn't really know what was going on between them.
I don't know what's going on, you know, in your life and stuff. We have an idea, but I don't know everything.
But still adamantly reaffirming the fact that she wants to make things work, and that she is still deeply in love.
You do your best, and I do my best, and we give each other a chance.
So in love that she even filmed herself cooking extravagant meals made for 2, going as far as to set the table for both of them, despite the fact that this date wasn't actually present.
Here are all my raw materials. I don't even eat chicken. I'm vegetarian, but I want that for you. That's just potatoes so far. If you were here, this is what it would be your plate. Broccoli and tomatoes and peppers and cheese.
And within these videos, a few key moments make it clear that the two had actually met in person quite recently, as she points to a bouquet of flowers that she states,
And here are the flowers from last time.
insinuating that the two had likely gone on some sort of date within the days prior. Viewing her content as a whole, despite some of the more unusual moments, it's nothing all that jarring, and it really just seems to show a woman who is desperately in love. And whether she was going through some relationship issues, or perhaps just in some sort of long-distance relationship, it didn't really matter, because these clips were clearly never meant to be seen by anyone but the man they were made for. And at first, investigators likely thought that they would do little in the way of helping to solve this case. However, upon questioning Talika's family and friends about these videos, a glaring red flag began to emerge, and the channel...
And that's the saddest part. The family has no assurance of where she went, and I don't mean to sound like a dick. The scene where she said that they could buy her flowers, don't y'all think she could have probably bought that shit herself? I'm just saying, I don't want to speculate and say the wrong thing, but because this shit is crazy, right? It's like, right. These videos entertaining, but wow, bro. I just find them super, I'm not superstitious anymore, but it's just, what could have happened?
was thrown into a far different light. As according to all those close with her, at the time these videos were released, Talika Patrick should have been single.
Patrick's family issued this statement in response to the new video. To our knowledge, Talika was not in a romantic relationship, and it's unclear to whom she is making reference in this video.
Not once had Talika, a woman who was said to be quite open and talkative, mentioned to anyone that she was in a relationship. Friends, families, colleagues, and even neighbors never once heard about or saw her with another man. And even digging into her phone records revealed nothing in the form of romantic texts or frequent calls to an unnamed lover. By all accounts, Talika Patrick was undoubtedly a single woman. But if that was the case, then who was she talking to here?
Bye. I love you.
Who were these loving videos for? And if Talika's words were true, referencing previous in-person dates, then how had no one known about this relationship? And most importantly of all, why had she coincidentally gone missing under suspicious circumstances just 1 month after these strange videos were made? Putting all this into consideration, the suspicious activity on the night of her disappearance, moving as if she was running away, and the videos made for someone who seemingly didn't even exist in her own life, one theory began to emerge, a theory that pointed straight to foul play. Perhaps Talika had gotten involved in some sort of ill-fated secretive relationship, only for things to turn sour, leading to Talika being hunted down and kidnapped, thus explaining why she seemed to be fleeing on the night of her disappearance. With this in mind, investigators began to dig deeper into Talika's online footprint in a desperate search to uncover who this man truly was, believing that he may very well have some involvement in this disappearance, though nothing could have prepared them for the drastic and highly unusual turn that they were about to face.
Tonight, yet another twist in the mystery of the missing Kalamazoo doctor.
Target 8 uncovered hundreds of tweets allegedly posted by Talika Patrick in the weeks before she went missing.
To those who knew her, Talika was a well-put-together, extremely...
And... fuck. I want to stop it right here, but... this one's too entertaining. I gotta keep going.
Intelligent woman who was clearly of sane mind, but the discovery of her Twitter accounts began to paint a slightly different picture. In total, investigators would find 5 accounts that had all been active at different times throughout 2013, each of them belonging to Talika, and each of them having thousands and thousands of tweets, showcasing incoherent ramblings as if she was posting every single one of her thoughts. Oftentimes even having conversations with seemingly no one at all, constantly saying things.
I mean, well, Twitter's like that. You usually write something and nobody's getting interacted with it, so you basically have conversations with yourself. It's fun. I've tried it sometime. But bro, that is scary. You have 5 different accounts. Like, how many burners do you need? You need 1 or 2 burners and you're good, bro. Twitter's not gonna keep kicking you off like that, and Elon won't kick you off like that, bro. Free speech. Shout out to that man.
It's like, "Hi my friend, how are you?" And "Everything okay? Just woke up, sorry." To which no one would be specifically tagged and no one would reply. And the deeper you scroll, the stranger things get, as much like her YouTube channel, she spends most of her time referencing her love interest, stating, "Well, I felt you a little bit yesterday. Last night after you messaged, I felt you thinking about me. And hope you have a wonderful day. Love you." Much like her previous videos, these tweets would fail to gain any semblance of a response, which seemed to push her more and more into madness, creating more accounts and tweeting out even more frequently, typing messages as if she were expecting someone specific to find her. "Should I start another page? Look for your friend. Let me know when you find her. Did you find me? I have been messaging you for the past 2 days from another Twitter account. I thought you'd find it, sigh." And this is just a minuscule glimpse into her posting, as these accounts hold an impossibly vast amount of information with so many unusual moments. But by far the most bizarre detail to come of all these tweets was one name in particular, one of the only specific names mentioned across all of her pages, which she brings up over and over and over again. Marvin Sapp. At Marvin Sapp, "Good morning. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade." Again, Marvin Sapp, "Good morning. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade." At Marvin Sapp, "Good morning. Don't be sad. God never puts more on us than we can bear." All 3 of these messages were posted within the span of 24 hours, and they
I would have deleted my whole Twitter account. I would have deleted my Twitter account. Cause what? They fool? What you mean, bro? Bro, you find out a girl vanished and she's been, bro. The band would have deleted my shit, bro. Well, my Twitter account is deleted. I don't use that shit no more. It's pointless. But I want to stop it right here. I don't want to go too deep in because this video is like 25 minutes long, and I'm not there to making my videos way too long yet. But damn, Nick Crowley, I don't know. You fucking video formats, bruh, making it me terrified and shit, but in a good way, a horny, naughty way. You didn't hear me say that, but damn, this video is really good. I do want to end up finishing it. I'm gonna timestamp it so when I do a part 2, we know where we're at. But yeah, y'all can't forget the name, bro. Marvin Sapp, we on your ass, boy. We know what you done to that girl. We got you. But yeah, I'll let you know when part 2 drop. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.